Hey there, everybody. It's Mike, Rogue Comics. You know the drill. I tried to get this before midnight, but there's no way it was happening. So, thankfully, there aren't too many books. Slow week, small week. Got some good books though, but there aren't too many of them. So it shouldn't take that long. So here we go. Start off with DC. Action Comics number 1041. That one there is cover A by Daniel Sampieri. And this one is by Julian Totino Tedesco. Here we have Aquaman Green Arrow, Deep Target, number 6. This is the penultimate issue of this 7-issue miniseries. And who do we got doing this? Marco Santucci is responsible for this cover here. And then this one is by, I can't see his name, Fico Asio, cardstock. Let's see. Is it going to show up? There we go. LB says howdy. What's up, LB? How's it going? Yeah, so there's one more issue left for this Aquaman Green Arrow series. Here we have Deathstroke Incorporated, number 7. This is a Howard Porter cover right there. And here we have an Ivan Tao cardstock variant, which I think I like this one better than this one. This one's not bad, but I prefer this one. This one is Detective Comics number 1058. This is cover A. And once OBS stops freezing, you will see cover B by Lee Bermejo. It's going to happen any minute now. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Yes, Lee Bermejo right there. It looks much more impressive. I mean, it looks good here, but it looks way cooler in person. Harley Quinn number 13. This is cover A by Riley Rossmo. Here we have cover B by Derek Chu. It's also a cardstock cover. And then this one here, cover C, is by Simone Bianchi. And this is also the cover for the giveaway. If you went to go see The Batman, if you went to the fan day, I think it was Tuesday. The 1st of March, if I remember correctly. I don't know, I could be wrong, but whatever it was, they gave this away. Well, not this, the cover. This cover here was the cover for the book there, which was a reprinting of the Long Halloween, number 1. Here we have Human Target, number 6. This is a halfway point, and I've been reading some things about this, and I'm hoping this is an Elseworld story or a what if, because if this is actually canon and there doesn't turn out to be some sort of a twist involving the gentleman on the cover there, I'm not going to be too happy with this issue. Or Tom King, for that matter. That one was by Greg Smallwood. And this one here is by Jorge Fornes. No window shades here. Icon and Rocket, Season 1. Oh, this is the final issue. So this is issue number 6. This cover here is by Torrin Clark. And then we got this one here by Doug Braithwaite. Robin, number 12. This is cover A by Victor Bogdanovic. And then we have this cool cover by Francis Manipul. Sorry about that. And this is cover B. It's a beautiful cover. Well, this one is too, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was one of the other ones. Things are sluggish here. What do we got here? Oh, this is Rogues, number 1. This is the Black Label format, so it's magazine-sized. And this is a gorgeous cover. This is by Sam Wolfe Connolly. And then we got this B cover by Massimiliano Leomax. I hope that's how you say his name. Here we have Task Force Z. This is cover A by Eddie Barrows. And this one is the Alexander Lozano cardstock variant cover. I don't know. Teen Titans Academy number 13 is up next. Cover A by Rafa Sandoval. It is right there, continuing the Earth 3, Crisis on Earth 3, or War on Earth 3, or something's going on Earth 3 right there with Suicide Squad. And, damn it, I forgot who the other one is. But they're there. And this is the Pamela... I can't see what the rest of that name says. Pamela Hodgeboom. Pamela Hodgeboom. Cardstock variant right there. With Mr. X on the cover there. It's not Mr. X, but Red X, whatever. Trial of the Amazons, Wonder Girl number 1. This is a 2-issue tie-in to the Trial of the Amazon things that's going on right now. And this is the left half of a cover by Joel Jones, which is right there. The right half will obviously be on issue number 2. And then lastly for DC, we have this variant, which is by Jeff DeCall. And this is also a cardstock variant there. And that is it for DC. Over in the MCU, let's see, once I close this, we got a second printing for Amazing Spider-Man number 88. And it's funny, too, I read this because usually whenever I get Marvel stuff, I read Amazing Spider-Man first, regardless of what there is. And I'm like, this looks familiar. Like, are they doing something where they're telling the same story but from a different vantage point or whatever? And then I looked at the front and it said second printing. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's been a rough couple of days. Leave me alone. Avengers Forever number 4 with an Aaron Cooter cover. I don't know. I kind of dig Thor, female Thor with the eye patch. I don't know why, but there's just something aesthetically pleasing about that to me. I don't know why. Here we have the Stephanie Hans Carnage Forever variant. And I believe this is RB Silva, Stormbreaker variant. Here we have a Scan Infinity Saga phase, I think it's probably phase 1. Let's see. Phase 2. My bad, sorry. Phase 2. And Ben Reilly, Spider-Man number 3. This is the halfway point for this Ben Reilly miniseries right there. And this is the Dan Jurgens variant. Actually, I like them both. Although this one's kind of, I don't know. This is a, yeah, I'll take either of them. I'm not picky. The art inside is good too, so. Captain America Iron Man, number 5. This is the final issue of this 5-issue miniseries with a Alex Ross cover. Awesome, as always. Demon Days, Blood Feud, number 1 by Peach Momoko. I think this might be her final issue of Demon Days. Perhaps. And here is the Scotty Young variant for that. Now, I meant to delete this next cover because for some reason they're showing this as the Villains for Hire cover, but clearly, as you can see on the cover itself, it's not. And I looked at this and I'm like, this cover looks familiar. I was having deja vu like I did with Amazing Spider-Man, and this is the reason why. Apparently they have this as the Villains for Hire, and it's definitely not. So, but they did have this David Nakayama cover, which I guess kind of makes up for it because that is a pretty cool cover. So I do like David's stuff. So, I mean, if they had to only have one or, you know, do a dupe of something else, I'm glad they at least showed this one here. Devil's Reign X-Men number 3. Cover A is right there. And there is the Parel, P-A-R-E-L variant. Cover B. Elektra, Black, White, and Blood. Now, I don't know who did this cover, but I can tell you that Mark Bagley did this cover. And I dig both of them, but I like this one a little more. And actually, I was going to make this one the thumbnail, but I needed something quick. I didn't really want to Photoshop things, so I chose, well, you'll see, it's coming up. Iron Man number 18, another Alex Ross cover, right there. Don't know what's going on in here, but it looks cosmic. Here you have Maestro, World War M number 2. This is a 5-issue miniseries. This is cover A. And there is cover B. I believe this cover B is by In-Hyuk Lee, if I remember correctly. Now, Ms. Marvel's coming out, and despite what some people say, it looks intriguing, at least to me. I'm going to enjoy it as what I think it's supposed to be, or what it's going to be. But if you want to know more about Ms. Marvel, and she does have a sort of convoluted history, then I would suggest picking up this America Chavez book. And I do like the way they have her look on this cover here, because she looks Puerto Rican. And it's as we get like closer to Doctor Strange and all that stuff, and what I'm assuming they're going to be doing, it's pissing me off more and more that, but yeah, so we'll leave it at that. Here we have Mary Jane and Black Cat Beyond. This is number 1, second printing. If I remember correctly, the only difference was the background color. I believe the original was red, and this one obviously is blue. And it's also the thumbnail, because all I had to do was Photoshop out Mr. Campbell's signature. I did tag him on Instagram, and it also is J. Scott Campbell. Everybody should know that. I'm not trying to give him any props or anything like that, because he's one of the artists that I like when he draws Rogue. He really draws her well. But and number 2, all I do is just get rid of the logo, which was small up there, and the Marvel logo there. LB says Mike gone woke. No, Mike is barely awoke. So yeah. And Film Elitist said, shout out Mike. What's up, Film Elitist? Yeah. So there's that. Ms. Marvel, Beyond the Limit, I believe is what this is called. This is issue number 4, and it's the penultimate issue. So it's a 5-issue miniseries, and there is cover B by Ruan Dyke, I think is how you say the name. I don't know. At this point in time, I don't care. Savage Spider-Man number 2. This is issue number 5. And I have not read number 1 yet, but what I've been seeing on the streams that I've been doing has been terrifying, especially that. So don't know exactly what's going on here, but here is the B cover by Ron Lim. Then we have Shang-Chi number 10. That is probably Lionel Francis Yu. I can't see the signature because it's small as heck. Here we have Star Wars Darth Vader number 21. Not a bad cover. Dr. Aphra number 19. I don't know exactly what they're going for here, because this doesn't look like Star Wars, but what are you going to do? Here is the Cummings variant. I don't know what Cummings' first name is, but this one looks better. This is Star Wars. Now, this is Star Wars. Now, this is pod racing. Venom Lethal Protector number 1. I did thumb through this issue, and poor Eddie Brock. I felt bad for him. This is the Mana variant, M-A-N-N-A variant right there. I don't know. I'll take either one. I mean, not that I'm a big Venom fan, but they both look good. This one is a little darker, so maybe this one here. I don't know. Wolverine Patch number 1. I also thumbed through this just to see what it was like, and I know Larry Hama's writing it, who wrote Wolverine back in the day. I don't know exactly what the story entails, but I can tell you that it is very much a throwback. So if you were reading Wolverine back in the day when they first when he first got his own solo series, you will enjoy this series. It looks very much like that. Now, whether the writing is still on par with what Larry used to do, I mean, that's another thing entirely. And last, for Marvel, we have the 10 Deaths of Wolverine. This is issue number 5, so it's the final issue of this 5-issue miniseries. And rounding everything up, we got a couple books from our friends in the independent scene. Although there's something missing there. What's missing in that? It should be right next to Boom and IDW. Or maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. Don't care. Here we have Department of Truth, issue number 17. This is cover A by Martin Simmons. And here we have cover B by Jorge Fornes. Another one with no window shades. Ghost Cage number 1, which I also had a chance to look through, and I have to say I was kind of disappointed. The art style was manga-ish, and it was in black and white. And right there, I just completely disconnected. The art wasn't bad. I didn't mind that, but black and white, not a fan. At least for things like that. It's just too busy, and I don't know. Godzilla versus... Okay. The words that are going to be coming out of my mouth, this is actually what it says on the cover. Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Okay, that's actually what you see on the cover right there. Godzilla's on the left-hand side, and the Power Rangers, all the original ones, are on the right-hand side. Because I looked through this one too, and besides the awesome artwork by Freddie Williams, which is on the cover here, I did see that it was the original Power Rangers from the 90s. And how and why, I will not tell you, but yeah, this is actually a thing. And here is the B cover by E.J. Sue. Gunslinger Spawn number 6. There we have a Brett Booth cover. And here we have a Keen cover. I don't know Keen's first name. Sorry about that. But Brett, I do. Saga. It's been 3 months. This is the 3rd issue. 3 months that Saga has been back. And I, for one, am very happy that it's back. This is issue number 57. And the cover there, you see Lion Cat and the Will. And not too happy with the Will. But good to see Lion Cat back. LB says... What does LB say? LB says, man, Power Ranger comics didn't... Besides this, they have 2 concurrent Power Ranger comics. One, I believe, is just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, or Mighty Morphin. And the other one is Go-Go Power Rangers, maybe. But yeah, they're still tapping that well. And hey, why not? They own it, right? If you have viable properties, why not do stuff? And last but not least, for this week, we have the final. I'm losing the word. Finally, no, not finally. This book has been available digitally for a while now, because there have been changes in the comic book industry, and I really don't feel like going on about it because it's a thing and I don't want to talk about it right now. But we have Demons number 1. This is by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, and this is issue number 1. Dark Horse is printing it. This originally was on Comixology, I believe. I don't know. One of those abysmal digital comic book sites. But yeah, there is cover A. And here is cover B by Jock. This I looked through, and it is definitely Greg Capullo. You do see his art. You won't... I mean, it's like a... I'm losing my... It's going to be good. It's going to be good. That's all I have to say. Written by Scott Snyder. Art by Greg Capullo. They do not disappoint. Well, except for putting that out digitally first. But what are you going to do? That is it, my friends. I am going to go crash now. But thanks for watching. I apologize for this being late. It was not intentional. And thankfully, it was kind of a slowish, not too many bookish week. Well, depending on, what companies you buy. If you buy something from all 3 companies, then you're going to have a busy week. But Marvel and DC putting out the same slow independent week. But good. I mean, Saga was really good. Saga was probably the only book I read this week. even though I did want to read We Have Demons, but there was quite a lot of text. And then half of, with the We Have Demons, there's the story at the beginning, and then the other half is just text pages and stuff like that. And I guess it's Snyder talking about his method and all that stuff, so I didn't have enough time to read that, or patience. But yeah, there you go. So it is now, today, New Comic Book Day, so I don't have to say, well, yeah, no, have a great New Comic Book Day. And